You, over there, way over there.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, okay, then you.
I was curious to how, I know you guys have grown, the cast members very close, like a lot of long-run shows that have been.
I knew I'd get him before.
But I was actually curious as to how you guys are working these days. I mean, how's the relationship with all the cast? You guys all hang out and everything, and if you're kind of looking forward to possibly being in the long haul for being maybe icons, especially if it runs for a long time, where you'll end up being at sci-fi conventions or wherever for 20, 30 years.
I was told this is 2 days. They're not paying me after 30 years.
If I'm still here 30 years from now, it'll be kind of cool. We are very close as an ensemble. We don't always hang out together 24/7, but we do really like each other, I'd have to say.
Yeah, no, we're really lucky.
We're very lucky.
Eddie and stuff.
Yeah.
And hang out. I know Katie's going to be here, I think, in a few months or something. You hang out with Katie and all the rest of them.
Yeah, we hang and James and Jamie particularly, I would say, have
we're very close. We've both got young families, and so we're kind of an extended cult tribe at this stage.
It's true.
And
And you know what? Part of why I think we're lucky, we're very lucky, and part of why we're lucky is that because we shoot in Vancouver, we're isolated there together. And we're pulled out of the mainstream Hollywood insanity, which has a tendency to split people up as opposed to bring them closer as friends. So we've had that luxury of being in an environment that was really supportive of just enjoying each other.
Yeah, I mean, we're on location, so there's that kind of, you know, we've got each other and we're our own support network. That goes with the way we work with the show. Like, we'll call each other if we don't like the direction something's going and say, you know, whatever, what are we going to do about this? Or if there's news coming through about what we're going to be doing. And just socially, we celebrate birthdays together and stuff like that up there. It's we're the only family we've got, for those of us anyway who live in LA or outside of Vancouver. And then we've also got a wonderful supporting cast who are based in Vancouver, who are very welcoming and introduce us to the local, you know, the things that are going on locally. So people like Tomo and Grace and Michael Hogan and the crew.
And we all watched the World Cup.
Yeah. We did. We watched a lot of
My son was there for that.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah.
We have this amazing thing in one of our trailers.
We have this amazing trailer.
We have my trailer. No, I'm not telling you this trailer. It's like it's the biggest trailer I've ever had, certainly. But the cool part about the trailer is, and we didn't know it at first, it has an outdoor flat screen. So during the World Cup, we just set up the chairs, and everybody could watch. It was really quite exciting. So
I was just wondering what an outdoor flat screen at the tire level of a bus, what that's doing there. Is this out of consideration for people who can't overtake you on the freeway? So that would seem to be a health risk to me. Anyway, we enjoyed it.
I think you barbecue.
And you guys aren't looking to branch out too much from the project. Like, I know you guys are doing other projects, but you guys are in for the long haul, right?
Well, we're in. If they keep writing them, we'll keep doing them. If they pay us.
I've got a merchandising deal for Ambrosia as well, which I'm sorry, the guy behind the tree.
Yeah.
Thanks. I just wanted to know if are any plans of turning into major motion picture, and also since you watched the soccer World Cup, who did you root for in the final?
In the final, I was for Italy, just because Frenchies. I love France, but I'm not having them win the World Cup.
Italy.
Very good. What was the first question?
About the motion picture, if it's going to become a movie or a motion picture.
I'd love to do it. I think our show would really be elevated by the opportunity to do the effects that we can do, but just won't do because we can't pay for them in 1 hour of TV. I think there's certain things, storylines that are just aching to be done on the Galactica, but the breadth is just never allowed us because our show's a really tight budget, really, really tight.
We spend too much on it.
Yeah, and so it would be just you know, it would be the icing on the cake for us to make a one-off story where you really get the chance to do it right. And I think, you know, I've seen the show now in high def, I've seen it in widescreen, I've seen it on the big screen, and it looks sensational. And given the chance, I know we'd all love to do it, but I think there are pretty huge stumbling blocks with the ownership of the title of the movie rights and such and such. So we can barely get picked up for season 4, let alone a movie.
Is the show doing better on Sundays than it was on Fridays?
Yes, it is.
Much better, yeah.
Much better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching and spread the news.
Yeah, thank you for switching.
Yeah. Bottom line is, I know our shows are hit, we sell a lot of DVDs and people download it, but unless people watch on a Sunday night and watch the commercials and go out and buy Toyotas or whatever it is, we don't get to do it. So I really appreciate the loyalty that you guys all have.
With the shows getting on to the 4th season, a lot of actors go into writing, directing. Have you tried to do that?
Ouch. So read my mind. No, I'm afraid so. I personally, I'm desperate to do both on this show. So whether I get to do it, I don't know, but I'm going to try.
I'm not desperate to do either, and probably won't.
And that's probably to the benefit of the show, and nor should I. But you know, you never know unless you try.
Yeah.
Do you guys notice any kind of negative feedback from that?
Negative feedback from the industry? I think it's an ongoing problem, and it's a real problem right now. And I think our governor, our current dear governor, has tried to bring some of the work back into California, and I think that's actually a very good thing. So we're kind of in the middle of, I think, a little bit of a trek back into the States with some of the work, but I don't think that it will ever leave Vancouver high and dry. I think it's established itself on its own now as a very firm capital of our industry, and it will continue to be so even if some of the work comes back to California.
She was too scared to ask something.
I'm scared.
She's not
I'm
scared.
not scared. I was just wondering if you guys have any practical jokers like that, and you guys pull any pranks on each other or anything like that.
The whoopee cushion didn't go off. I'm sorry. We don't do so much of that. We're not really that way inclined.
We really don't have a practical joke. It's a good question.
Actually, Colin, the props
Who's
guy,
Colin?
the guy who does all the voices and runs around.
We
have our crew do it for us.
Yeah, they do.
So he's always running around doing stupid things, putting guillotines in the back of shops and stuff like that.
And he has these really crazy voices that he uses.
Yeah.
And just sort of shoot one out in the middle of the
Yeah, but we're really dull in the cast.
Yeah, we're dull. Let's see. Somebody way over there. How about?
Yeah, it's you.
Do you or do you not want your characters to turn out like Cylons? Or who would you want to be a Cylon?
I have to say, honestly, for me, it doesn't surprise me because I've been in the business for a very long time, and I've seen. You can sort of see and feel the quality in the product. That quite often it's cast well is like that kind of fire. So I've been thrilled, but not necessarily surprised.
Yeah, I mean, on a personal level, I'm always amazed, you know, that you end up, you know, doing what I wanted to do when I was a kid. And that's kind of, you know, dream come true on that level. But given where we are now, I'm actually more amazed that we're not on the cover of more things. And with the critical acclaim that we received, I'm amazed at how many people have never watched the show or never given it a go, and that sort of frustrates me. So it's double-edged, you know. Yeah, we're sort of thankful that we have achieved what we've achieved, but there's more to be achieved, and I'm sort of surprised that we haven't, you know, really been that breakout. I honestly thought we would get an audience now at this point that sci-fi would never have seen before, but that's not the case.